Will we videotape together? No, I'm not. I think Miss Ghost here is, though. I'm going to see if I can do this without hitting you.
do put in some time to practice, and we're proud of these kids. You know, there's a while we didn't have any cheerleaders. And through the desire of some people in our community who have been former cheerleaders or just interested in kids, we have them back. And so cheerleaders, your turn.
Stand up, be proud. Let's sing out loud. We are the one. Stand up, be proud. Let's sing out loud. We are the one. Stand up, be proud. Let's sing out loud. We are the one.
And they work on the rhythm. I see if I get the knack of that. Maybe a couple more years, I'll figure it out. Who knows? I'd actually like to introduce Mr. Starchvich. Mr. Starchvich comes to us from, I don't know, that town way over that way. That tomorrow, we want to be on the bottom side of this whole fiasco. Our boys play Fredericksburg tomorrow, but certainly we're glad to have Mr. Starchvich with us, our superintendent, and he's here to give us a few words. Thank you.
Here we go again. I guess Mr. Thomas made a comment to me and said this is almost like the inaugural address. You need more standing ovations than speeches, but that's all right too. Last year I stood before you and said there was 128 teams who started the Class 1A district tournament. I also said there were only 2 teams standing on that Friday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there was only 1 team standing Friday night, and that's your Rendell Public. The one thing that struck me during the state tournament and also during the season, which summarizes everything in one word, and I guess that is perseverance. The never give up attitude and the winning attitude made our gals the state champions. It's good for the school, it's good for the community, and it's a great thing, and we have a lot to be proud of. There were several times this season during the tournament where I thought we were done. Most recently, the 18-4 first quarter against Winfield Mount Union, the 45-34 fourth quarter deficit against Newell Fonda. But I know at times it's hard to keep this game in perspective. There are many things that can carry us over the life. There have been many regrets, many mistakes, disappointments, but through your work, hard work, and determination, and your perseverance, you will succeed and succeed in life. Congratulations. One of the goals of our school and the Girls Athletic Union is to build character. Ladies, you have a lot of character, you have a lot of class, and we are very, very proud of you. Congratulations once again. Boys, by the way, remember one thing, beat Fredericksburg tomorrow.
Second man in command is our high school principal, Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas has been very enthusiastic with our endeavors in all our school activities, and we're looking for words of wisdom right now.
Last year I spent about 4 or 5 hours putting a speech together. Starchvich got up in front of me and said everything I was going to say. So I come completely unprepared. However, I can't remember a time in my life that I was more tired, frustrated, stressed out than I was this week. And I don't know if I should thank him or not. But I do, ladies. Thank you. Where was I going now? I always talk about positive community support. And if anybody was around me and I kept telling the story, kept telling it because it was awesome. Thursday morning, picked up another 240 tickets. And Joyce, who's the secretary up there, just looked at me and laughed at me and says, "You're not going to sell that many tickets." I walked back in there into room A Friday night with 24 tickets left. And believe me, as some of you know, they weren't the best seats in the world. But the Hawk fans got behind our girls wherever they were sitting. Congratulations to the community in that aspect. Ladies, there's been a lot of ups and downs this year. There's been times that my office door has been a revolving door. But you know, I think it's all been worth it. You're standing here as the state champs in Class 1A. As Mr. Starskovich says, there's many, many other people, schools in the state of Iowa that would like to do that. And I think it's only because of your dedication and your hard work that you are where you are. And I truly believe from the classroom to the basketball court, you are champs. Congratulations one more time. If you've ever been around me, especially this front row group, they know I love to tell stories. Well, I got 3 stories to end on. Mr. B addressed the student body and the people that were here on Friday for our Pep Rally about our positive approach to cheering our people on. I walked into the room A, which that's where all the trophies are at, and it's also where I have to do all the business aspects of it, on Monday and Wednesday. And I'll be honest, there weren't real many good comments towards me, okay? But I walked back in there Friday night after the state championship, and you won't believe how many good things I heard about the Linville-Sully crowd. And that is true, and I'll tell you what, that's all your credit. You guys got up. I had to watch it from the other side of the court, and it was awesome to watch you people work. Thank you very much.
Situation, but to help Mr. Starskovich, because he did quiz us about that a little bit. Need 2 guys to go there? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, we thought there was a game going on at 10 o'clock. We get there at 11, there's nothing going on till 1, so the joke's on us. We tried. But it was a fun trip, and we do any of those kinds of things. It just happened to be at 10 in the morning rather than 6 in the morning, so it was better for me than it was for Mr. Collins. This young person, I'd like to ask to say a few words, is a young lady that I remember, I'd guess about this high, going into 5th grade or 6th grade, somewhere in there, and we had a basketball camp here at Linville-Sully each year, and this little girl came to the camp, and I honestly didn't really know who she was. I knew her name was Megan Alstott, but we have, a lot of Alstotts around. I guess sometimes if you're not in activities or not a part of the same church or something like that, you don't learn to know these little kids until they become a part of an activity in school or, at least in high school, where I would get to know them. Megan came to basketball practice, and I'll tell you what, I would guess she probably weighed, I don't know, was it 35 or 45? I'm not sure. She was little. And honestly, to this day, I remember Megan after the first practice, or after the first day of camp, standing in the hallway, in the doorway at the middle school, on the other side of the floor, waiting for her mom or dad to come and pick her up. And she had the biggest tears coming down her cheeks that I have ever seen in my life. I didn't even know Megan at that point. The only thing I said to myself, young girl, are you really going to be a basketball player? I remember myself saying that right off the bat. I didn't know her. I knew her after camp got over. But she was a young kid who was very quiet, came to camp, wanted to do her thing, wanted to be a basketball player. plans and things, and I'm not saying you gotta go to camp to be a basketball player, but in this case, it worked for her. And she continued to work and improve and work and improve. And Mr. Corbett talked about that smooth stroke that he remembered Mr. Thomas saying something about when he was interviewed for the job and mentioning Megan in that situation. And we saw Megan's smooth stroke on Friday night. I'll tell you what, you can do. I guess we're fortunate, we're rewarded with a state championship because of young ladies like Megan who are willing to give of their time to be a team player, to be an example of the squad. Megan, I'm glad to introduce you. She's got some words for us. Megan Nelson.
Friday night's win over North Fonda gave us the 1A state championship title and gave me a perfect ending to the 4 seasons I've played basketball in Wasilla. When I first started playing basketball, winning a state championship seemed like an unobtainable goal. But as the years have gone by, I've watched past LS teams break through and reach their goals, and that made this goal seem a little bit more reachable. So that this year, this team dared to dream what others thought was impossible, to win a state championship. At Friday's game, even when we were down by 14, I never stopped believing that we could win. I'm not sure everyone shared my confidence, but you proved them wrong. All season long, we seemed to have that attitude. Whether we were playing a team with a losing record or a team with an 80-game winning streak, we felt that we could be victorious. We received so much support from the community that it sometimes seemed overwhelming. Our parents planned team meals, our student body cheered us on. We had people send us cards, balloons, and flowers. We had the support of our managers and our cheerleaders. The encouragement meant a lot to our team. I'd especially like to thank the boys team for their support because it meant a lot to us that they took out time while they were trying to prepare their own state dreams to cheer us on. We'll try to repay you this week. Daring to Dream is a product of hard work, and our coaches, Mr. Holsting and Mr. Corbett, pushed us daily in practice to reach for our goals and to play to our fullest of our potential. Before every game, we prayed as a team for strength that God might receive the glory. He was the source of our strength, our talent, and our blessings this season. And on behalf of the team, I want to give the glory to Him alone. Thank you most of all to my teammates. A player once said, even when you've played the game of your life, it's the feeling of teamwork that you'll remember. You'll forget the plays, the shots, and the scores, but you'll never forget your teammates. I'll never forget you. This year, or the times we spent on and off the court, we actually did it. The dream really is the truth. We are the Class 1A state champions.
Nice job, Megan. One of the person I made a note I want to introduce. I'm not sure he's the farthest one of our cheering group, but we picked him up last year as a member of our total Des Moines representative. Gil, where are you at? Gil, stand up. Our young people in the crowd have put something in Gil's heart, and he's picked us up as a supporter in the big barn. And boy, we're tickled with that, Gil, to have you here today. And our kids really appreciate the good things that you have indicated to the people in Des Moines and the other fellow ushers. And it's really great to have, I guess, to gain friendships like that in the way that we're doing it. So, Gil, we thank you for making that trip, special effort, coming our direction this afternoon. Next speaker is a young faculty member here at Glenville Sully. Call him a rookie.
whole lot more knowledgeable. But, Jerry, I want to just thank you so much for your friendship this year, for your guidance, for your instruction and coaching, and just for the whole ball of wax. I couldn't have even dreamed having a better year, and I owe a lot to you for that, so thank you. And that kind of gets me to one of my favorite stories about Cumberland and O'Sully. I moved in, like 2 days before first day of feature in service, and walking around town just trying to get a feel for how many streets there were. Ran into some lady, and I couldn't tell you who she was. But you're also friendly, we stopped and chatted. She's like, oh, you need a teacher at school? Yeah, we talked for a bit. And somehow it came out that I was also the assistant girls basketball coach. And all of a sudden, boom! I mean, eyes lit up and I was important. I tell you. And we talked about basketball for quite a while, which a lot of you like to do. And I probably said the stupidest thing I've ever said in my whole life. I said, I really believe there's a whole lot more basketball than basketball. She looked at me like, this guy never lasts. But I really believe that. And this week in Des Moines at the barn, I just really try to take everything in. There's a lot of talent back next year and the year after. Maybe we'll get back, maybe we won't. But I just really wanted to cherish this. For me, this was my first time. You've all been there before. This was really special for me. So I just kind of jotted down some notes last night and this morning about some of the thoughts and images that I had at the state tournament this past week. So I'd like to just share a few of those with you now. Wow, this is a big place. Michelle Luring, Cipolla, one of the state's leading scorer, goes 2 for 23 against us. Coach and I see her a few nights later, and she's got the graciousness and sportsmanship to come up and congratulate us on our big win Wednesday night and wish us luck in the championship. That was classy. A half-court desperation shot wins the ballgame. Imagine the excitement. Imagine the pain and heartache. Last second layup falls last night for the Class 3A championship. Ooh, big one. Carroll fans, and by the way, this is Carroll fans, I don't want any ideas here, chanting, you can't stop us. You can't stop us. I thought it was pretty cocky, but it was kind of cool. 5 OTs. Wow. Thinking to myself, darn, didn't be as good. Jess? Corbin? The accomplishment of an 80-game winning streak. That's something. The graciousness of our team to walk out of their way leaving the arena, not walking through the losing players, the losing team that's dealing with the emotions of having that 80-game streak snapped. That was classy. Hugs. There's Mrs. Arnold. Inside joke. Smiles, tears, the congrats, thank yous. Maybe a little closer to home, Jess Criswell runs off the court. Every rep and I got the trophy second. State champions. Those are some of the things that I think basketball's about. I'd like to just leave you on one more note, team. As a middle school teacher, I just like to really share with you some of the experiences that we've had this year down in middle school. Because I tell you, folks, those kids down there think the world of you. Maybe we don't always spend 42 minutes on math. We speak a little basketball talk. Man, they're excited. They look up to you. You're role models, ladies, for those kids, for the kids in elementary. And you did an excellent job this year in that capacity. Friday night, you took a step further, and you added to your responsibility. People don't forget what just happened. That will always be in their minds, in your mind. Take that responsibility and learn and be proud. Congratulations.
Why his name all of a sudden became Jess Corbett. That was in our program. If you look at where our picture was in the program, we told Coach his name. I guess I'm just explaining that somehow I got the S's instead of the F's. And that'll live forever, but he still Jeff to us. I'd like to mention also a person in our gym today that has attended, I think, every game that Glenville saw the last couple of years, except the last half of the season. And he normally has a position over there by the water fountain. I try to keep him under control. He gets up and roams around once in a while. No, not really. Carol Rodans is here today. And this is the first time she's been in this gym since we defeated Pella Christian at the semester break. He went home that night after the Pella Christian game and began to feel a little bit ill, and we come to find out that he had some kind of a little heart flare-up, and the doctors, or I guess his son, took him to Grinnell and then Lifeline in Des Moines, and we're certainly glad, Carol, that you're feeling as well as you are, and that you're here today. That's a great, I guess, tribute. Carol's our Citizen Year, a year ago, I believe it was, and he takes every effort to get out and to be a part. We're pleased when the elderly can move around and do those things which they enjoy to do for so long, and yet Carol has obviously a little walking thing, but he gets here and he gets there and gives you time to get out of his way. And we're proud, Carol, that you're here today to be a part of this. Welcome home, because he hasn't seen these girls since they beat Pella Christian about, 2 months ago. So thanks, Carol, for being here. Introduce now our head coach, Mr. Halsey. Mr. Halsey has been here for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, preparing the 5-on-5 game to the Glenville Sully girls and the community. Needless to say, he's had a lot of concerns during his coaching time. Player concerns, coaching concerns, teaching concerns. I guess he capped it all by coming home with a state championship because of his efforts, Coach Colbert's efforts, and the efforts of the kids who believed in what he was teaching them, and the ideas and suggestions that he gave. Even though we know from time to time we didn't always agree with this substitution, or why this one was played, or why that one was played, or why this one was played this long, or that one was played so long. But you know, those are easy decisions for Carol and I to make over there in that corner. For you to make over here on this bench. Boy, are they easy, because it doesn't make any difference what we say or what we do. Coach has to finally make those decisions. Sometimes you come out ahead, sometimes you don't. You, the coach, know that. And that's the way it is in life. Sometimes we win, sometimes me and say, I can prove that I'm worthy to do what I'm asked to do. And maybe we've done it 2 years early. I don't know. Coach Corbett made mention. Young kids coming back, high aspirations for next year. We don't know how that will work out. But I'll tell you what, it worked out this year. And how much fun it's been. And how much fun it's been for Coach Corbett, or Coach Halsey and Corbett, I'll include that, to conclude the year with a state championship and to do his level best to provide leadership to our kids, which they'll always remember. Coach Halsey.
Jeff and I were talking a little bit last night. I said, well, I'll probably jot down a few notes. These are my few notes. Here, Jeff came back with 3 or 4 pages. You know, hard guy to follow. But, you know, first of all, I'd say, I'll probably get the thank yous here taken care of. You know, I'd like to start with Jeff. You know, he came in here eager to learn, eager to learn what Hawkeye basketball is all about, how we did things, and take the JV season on head force, or head that, and take it on full force. And JV had an outstanding season. Undefeated. I think they lost one kind of JV junior ball game in a close battle right down to the end. But they learned a lot. They really flew from day one to the very end of their season. And I think that goes to Jeff's hard work. I'd like to thank Tammy. We're going to try to take care of her problem. Hopefully. She blamed it on Jeff. But I don't know. We'll see if we can't solve that. But, you know, Tammy, all her effort she put in here, whether it has to be an aspirin, a Kleenex, a Band-Aid, whatever the girls may need, they go to Tammy, and Tammy reaches down in her purse there, and miraculously it's there. So we thank you for her effort doing the book, even though a couple of her grades probably weren't what she was looking for. I'll explain that. I get a chance to rate officials in the back of the score sheet, good, bad, whatever. We're 4 or 5 games into the season, and I only have notes written behind one sheet. She's like, Jerry, how come you only rated the Tri-County officials? Well, everybody else has done an okay job. These guys, I just want to make sure I remember when I do that. So the next day there, too, I went back and caught up on every official there. I wrote something, and I thought as a joke I will rate my score. So every time she made a mistake, I noted that. So that was kind of our joke, and I am behind. I think I quit after Christmas or so. But, you know, I appreciate all she does for us there. I'd like to thank Glenn for the scouting that he did for us, the tournament trail, throughout the year, the support ever since I've been here, the help that he has given us, the boys, team, you know, the support that they give us each night, even though I know they look forward to the tournament time where they can come to a ball game and get dressed up in whatever outfit they decide. By the way, the girls and myself also noticed you were late to Oski. Didn't show up till later. That's, you know, that's kind of a highlight of the girls and myself. It's like, well, what is it going to be tonight? You know, and that's special. Not everybody in the state has that. There are boys programs that will not ride the bus with the girls. We don't want to get there that early. What do we want to sit through a girls game for? I've heard those comments, and as a girls coach, that bothers me because these girls are working just as hard. So it is something special here that we have with the boys, and I think it starts with their coach. And I thank Glenn and Matt for their support. The boys, they're each night out cheering us on. I'd also like to thank my family, Jill and Ashley and Alyssa. There's many nights
I'm home very late. They're getting just ready for bed. I may leave at 7:30 and don't see them again till 7 o'clock the next morning. We're at Jim and I'm at a coach's breakfast, and Randy Mills got an award from Newton. And he said, he had to thank his wife. He goes, there's many times she made supper, and I didn't show up. I went scouting here, there, or wherever. Well, I thought, that's true. You take off and you go, and a lot of times you miss supper, this and that, and maybe spur of the moment, miscommunication. You thought, well, so-and-so plays tonight, and I'm going. Well, maybe you forgot to tell her that. And she assumes when you're not home at 8, 9 o'clock that must have found a ball game somewhere. So I appreciate that. I'd like to thank Mr. Thomas, Mr. Starsovich for their support, the school here, everything that you've given us. And I'd like to thank Mr. B for his job as athletic director, the support that he's given me, the backing, and the girls, the encouragement, everything that he's done for us. There's also another little thing that I think Mr. B started way back, kind of his history. Mr. B's had a phenomenal coaching career here at Linville Sully. I'm not even sure how many wins, but I know it's a great deal more than what he's lost. But that started the tradition of winning back when he was a coach. And without that foundation and the kids growing up in a community where basketball is important, they're willing to work for it and get there, and the tradition of winning is very important. Good ball games come and go, but an average ball club from a town that's used to winning, that has a tradition, is going to go farther than an average ball club that maybe doesn't have the tradition. And Linville Sully has a strong tradition, and it started with Mr. B, and fortunately for the last 5 years, I've been able to take in part of that. Our fans, I think I stood here a week ago and said our fans are #1 in the state. We may go farther than that, Midwest, nation. It's unbelievable when you figure we sold, close to 1,000 tickets for a championship game, supported us. We're down 14 against Winfield Mount Union, 2-time defending state champion. Best player in the state, probably 2 Division I players. Our fans never wavered. They stayed right behind us, and the kids drew on that strength and were able to come back and fight. I'm going to get to the girls here in just a little bit and talk more about that. But our fans were there leading the way, and we thank you. Without you, we know none of this would be possible. Parents, they're supporting the kids, allowing the kids to spend the extra time during the summer. I really believe championships aren't made from November to March. It's from April to September, October is when the championships are made. The time they spend out in the driveway, uptown, going to camps, playing together, fun, whatever. That's when you really develop your game, you maintain your game, and makes things like this possible. To the team, wow. It's something that you always dream about as a coach and a player to win state championship, to get to state. In '94, we had the opportunity to go back to state for the first time in, close to 30 years. In '95, we fell 1 game short. But I really think that game there against Northeast Hamilton led to our success in '96. Ended up, 1 year ago with the runner-up trophy. We got beat by Winfield Mount Union. And I really think maybe that loss allowed us to win this. If you look back at history, because these kids here were determined. They wanted a chance back at Winfield Mount Union. And throughout the year, a different person stepped up every night. I remember one night, I don't know, Jess, where you found this stat, but she found a off the mat saying, how could she beat me? She's not any better than I am. And she had that same nervous disease that Tammy had Wednesday. Her leg was bouncing quite heavily and tapped around, but she took it to Sorrel and really shut her inside down. And really, battle strong there. Jess Criswell on the backside. A real conservative coach now was Anderson on the weak side board. Anderson didn't do a whole lot. If you look at stats, she was kind of a non-factor. Criswell shut her off the backside board, boxed her out, didn't let her have the ball. Linda Lappy, the other kids, we rotated 3, 4 kids, we were special attention to guards. But we run out there, forced her into tough shots. We were able to scrap and fight back, put the ball in the hole at the end, step to the line, make our free throws, and to be able to say we shut out with the Union in overtime is something that I will cherish for a long time. That's not easily done, and these kids were up to the challenge. Coming back here then, Friday night, going for the second opportunity at the state finals was special. Not knowing what to do, probably having all the pressure on us. I don't know, guys at New Winfield, not really getting a chance to enjoy that as much as maybe we would like to have, because we knew we had more to do and what it would take to win the championship. It's sometimes hard in the finals where you have 2 timeouts each quarter, one at the 5-minute mark and one with 2.5 minutes. In most games you get 1 timeout or 2 maybe in the second quarter. But here we're getting 2 stoppages of the clock for a full minute. It's hard to keep a rhythm going, hard to keep things flowing. But we learned off our game in '96, and we're able to use that this year. Down 11, going into the fourth quarter. I think it was Rick Schutz I was talking to afterwards, and he congratulated us on the championship. And he said, that's what hard work will do for you. Am I right, Rick? That's what the hard work that these kids put in back in November, June, July, and August. Running the wind sprints, this and that, getting ready to play. Always saying the fourth quarter is ours because we work harder in practice. In county fair, that's always something we motivate them for. They hate it. They don't necessarily look forward to doing that. But I tell you what, there's a lot of good things in there. And it comes down to that fourth quarter, the game's on the line, we're able to pull it out and win. The Newell Fonda coach came up to me and said, hey, congratulations, you guys played great. You held your composure. So we really felt confident for 3 quarters. We had them, our way, offensively and defensively. But you guys turned it up and really got after that fourth quarter. Whether we wore out or you guys just turned it up 2, 3 notches, he said, but you guys deserve this, and you won it because of that. That was in their eyes. I could always tell that they believed that we could come back. And they did that. But it was through hard work and dedication. Today I was sitting in church here. Our minister had just a saying in this sermon today. Talent is cheap. It's dedication that's expensive. I sat there and thought about that. Knowing I was coming down here, it's like there's a lot of people with talent. Maybe to play the game of basketball. And they don't use it. It's the dedication that really makes a difference. These girls are very dedicated. They're very focused. And just did an outstanding job this year. We were 1-1 after 2 ball games. And we finished 25-1. So Coach and I figured out we're the second longest streak in the state right now. To Carroll. No, it wasn't Carroll. Solon, that's right, to Solon. Okay? That's kind of something special also. But it's going to be getting back to hard work and to dedication. We're young. These girls may never win another basketball game in their life. They may never play another game. But I it takes to be successful. They're good, no, they're great young ladies. And they were all laughing at me when I finally got them back to the locker room, and I couldn't really talk to them. I got choked up, got tears in my eyes, made it hard to believe. But I was so proud of those girls, what they did, and being able to be a part of it. Well, I always tell them, well, I'm going to the state tournament. You guys can either come with me or I can go with you. And fortunately here, the last couple of years, I've been able to go with them. And, they took me along on this ride. Sure, Coach and I do the X's and O's out there, but they had to execute it. And they get all the credit for getting out there, hustling and working hard. Determination, dedication, and hard work are the keys to what the success was about. Defense, defense is our cornerstone, something we work a lot on practice, and it's the reason we're here today. An ugly ball game I've tried to forget, but it seems like it's haunting me up in Marshalltown. We're going to enjoy this for a long time. It's just fantastic. And I thank you. Each one of you young ladies is very special. And they hold a very special place in my heart. I consider them a family. They're part of my extended family. And I think to one of them, I wish you good luck. Fortunately, we get to see most of them back. And I'll talk about our seniors at our banquet. They'll be missed. And, it's exciting. Again, thank you to the fans. And I'd like to take this opportunity to wish the boys good luck tomorrow. If you can take one thing here from us, the girls team, is never give up. Never lose the faith. No matter what the score says, it's always time to get back into it and work hard. And just go out there and have fun. Which brings me to another point. As a reporter come up next and goes, what were you telling the kids during Winfield? They were down 18-4, and, things looked lost, but they were out there laughing and having a good time. I just told them, keep working. I said, they enjoy playing basketball. They have fun playing basketball. They love the game, and that's what's important. Go out there, give it your all, and that's all we can ask. So, boys, good luck. We wish you the best, and we'll be back here next week doing the same thing.
Coming very close to the end. Appreciate your patience. We don't do this every Sunday, do we? One thing about fans, real quick, like, you can call it, kind of calls to my attention, the support that we've had with our people. After our game on Friday evening, I think it was Friday, maybe it was Thursday. I guess it was Thursday, or Wednesday, after Wednesday. Man, who knows what day it was. I think it was Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. But anyway, this happened on Wednesday. After the game, I was, what either? It was Friday. Oh, no. Anyway, I was sitting beside, behind one of our fans over in the East End. And this fan turned around to me and said, boy, this great big police guy came up to me before the game and he said, lady, don't you get across that red line there. We don't mention any name, but blonde hair. Remember, the sophomore girl that made all those free throws that night, that's her mom. Now, we don't mention any name. But after the game was over with, that same guy come up and says, lady, you did a great job. We know it could be done. You stayed behind that line. I don't know why he was watching her, but anyway, she told that to me. And I thought, guys, that's really kind of fun. It wasn't Gil that did that. He didn't do anything like that. But anyway, those are the kinds of fans that we know get excited from time to time. Gee whiz, we appreciate enthusiasm. We really do. My gosh. We'll let you guys holler and raise the game. What would we watching, looking a little bit once in a while at our fans. It was fantastic. I think you're rewarded for those kinds of things. Why do you think our kids came back 11 points down? We didn't have policemen watching them. We didn't have policemen watching you. You were up hollering, standing, yelling, jumping, pointing, hollering, whatever was needed. That's the energy for those communities. Next week, we go back to the boys' state tournament. We're going to have the same kind of seats. They're going to be just as hard, or just as bouncy for those that stand. And we can just exhibit the energy to these kids, to these guys, to these coaches, to win another ball game. We take one at a time. First one's on money, we're whole. And we know that we're going to play hard, with a lot of desire. And again, we're going to be rewarded. I really feel it. That's what it takes. A community effort, parent effort, grandparents effort, and all these kinds of things. So we thank you for that. Okay, Cassie, you and Megan, you need to go over and lift that trophy up, bring it over here toward the podium, would you please? Megan took that trophy in from the eating facility back Friday night. She come walking in the bus. She forgot to realize that bus was only about 5 feet tall. So I ain't that thing was. Set that thing down before it breaks the head off. But anyway, lift up a little higher. Can you get it up there a little higher? No, brother. All right, let's go. You know, it's kind of funny. One of the first concerns I had when we got this trophy, I was back in the motel. I said, oh my gosh, I ordered Charlie Fire to make that trophy case high enough. I wasn't sure. I knew the big one fit. I didn't know how much bigger the championship would be, and obviously I wasn't prepared for this year. But we measured it. It's got room like this. We got a place for it. So if Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Starksvich, if you would come forward, please. The girls would like to make a presentation.
Since our mission is now completed, we, on behalf of the 1997 Girls 1A champions, we present this trophy to Mr. Thomas and Ms. Starkovich and the rest of the school.
From the National Illinois Board of Education and Community, I accept this trophy as a lasting tribute and a salute to such a wonderful season. You players and coaches make us very, very proud at all times. Thank you. One other thing that's just a side note or a sidebar, I guess, after watching the OJ trail so much, I guess it's a comment also. But this trophy, I guess to me, is for decades, the girls' athletic union is probably one of the most coveted and sought after trophies in the state. And it really means a lot. I guess for 6 years I was principal of AD out in Seymour, and they won the state championship in 1947. And I'll tell you what, those teams, and every team that I've been on is always compared to those girls. And I guess this is the 50th year or whatever, and they have all the whole team back and stuff. And you know, maybe many of us might even be dead by then. These girls will still be heralded, and they'll be asked to come back in several appearances. And it really does mean a lot. I guess in education, there's a little saying: it takes a village to educate a child. Well, it takes a whole community to raise a basketball team. And we've grown tall there too. After the game, and everybody's jumping up and down, and Larry North comes there, and he was all wound up like he usually gets, and him and Art grabbed and everything, and it was really neat. And he made a comment. He goes, "Well, would you go see if I could buy the game ball for the girls and the community?" So I went and talked with the executive director of the girls' athletic union, E.W. Cooley, and I asked him. I said, "Can we buy the game ball?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "But I'll tell you what." After thinking about it a little bit, he said, "I'll tell you what." He goes, "I will give it to you." And he said, and once again, I guess that teaches all of us lessons that some of the simplest things and some of the best things in life cannot be bought, they're earned, and these gals earned it. Congratulations.
You can stay standing. In closing, I would like to have the cheerleaders come back and have another little community flag cheer, and then we'll be dismissed. I guess before they start, I just will close with what a great week we've had. We really appreciate your support. So does the State Athletic Association. I can't imagine the dollars you've spent. I can't imagine. But they appreciate it. And I know these kids, and I've suggested from time to time, kids say thank you to your folks, to your grandparents. My gosh, how soon this can end. And this is important. It's really important. And these kids realize that. And I hope we take the time once in a while to express to those we love, those we care about, the importance of, I guess, morals, importance of church, importance of family, and it has to be shared. It has to be spoken. And then hopefully, look at the rewards. Important. Those who live right, I think, will always be rewarded. I do live right. I'm not saying that all the girls in basketball tournament side of Minnesota don't live right. I didn't say that. I said, we will reward. That's important. So guys, next week, well, boy, I'm going to be up there having a good seat, enjoying that game, and we wish you the very best as you head up to the line. After this last cheer, we would like the basketball team and the managers, if you would gather around the trophy, or in this area, maybe we'll move some of the things. For anybody that wants to take a picture with the trophy, these kids will be over here for as long as you need to get this done. So, cheerleaders, one more. Thanks again for your attendance this afternoon.